Hello, I'm Rob Dowdle with Dowdle Family Farms, and we want to take a few minutes today just to show you a little bit about the farm, where we are, who we are, what we do, or at least show you a small glimpse of what we do. I am the seventh generation of Dowdles to have a family on the farm. My kids will be the eighth generation, or my siblings' kids will be eighth generation Dowdles to be on the farm. And a little bit about the farm. I grew up here playing around as a kid, and one of my favorite things, and one of my kids' favorite things, is playing in this creek here on the one of the corners of the farm. It's called Cooper Creek, and it runs through just a few hundred yards of pasture. But I remember as a kid playing in the creek, trying to dam it up with sticks and rocks and stuff, and it's kind of funny for me to watch. My kids enjoy doing that. All three of my girls enjoy playing in the creek today as well. It doesn't matter what time of the year, whether it's July or even January, they enjoy doing it. If you turn this way a little bit, you'll see what we call the bottom. There's a little bit of a slope going up where the rest of the farm is. And in this bottom, there's a few acres of pasture. Through here you can see we've got these T-posts up where for now we've got just little posts up that we use for our polytape wire to keep our cattle in and rotate them through the pasture. We've just planted that with wheat and a forage brassica and some legumes to give our cows and pigs later on some good forage this winter. If you look, this is kind of some of the lowest area of the farm and some of the more nice. It's got not broad open pastures, but it got pastures surrounded by woods and all. And then right here you can see part of the paddock where our pigs are. We'll walk over there and show you a little bit more about how we raise our pigs and what we do with them. So we moved this batch of 4 pigs into this paddock end of July, 1st of August. It's right now, it's October, and the pigs are getting ready to go to the processor. We moved them here. They're in over half an acre. We won't walk through the whole thing, but they're on a little bit of a slope with some woods and a little bit of pasture area. This bit of the pasture they were in was overgrown with a lot of brush and debris, brambles. We fenced it in. The pigs came through, and they've rooted around a good bit, but they've cleaned up the brush and the brambles, and you can tell how some of the ways they cleaned up in the woods. We'll show you that a little bit as well. But we're using them to help clean up some of the overgrown areas and take advantage of their natural instincts for rooting in the ground, playing and eating all kinds of. This is where we feed our pigs the grain. Pigs are not like cattle or sheep. They have a monogastric system like we as people do. So they do eat grains and meats and other products. They don't live on just grass alone. So they don't have that rumen or that 4-chambered stomach, that rumen that helps them break down the cellulose and the sugars and all in it. So we do supplement them with a certified GMO-free feed from the non-GMO project. It's certified through them. We get it from Resaca Sun Farms, and the pigs have open access to it, and they'll come eat it at will. They just pick that little thing up, stick their head in, and get the feed. It is amazing how much less feed that they'll eat when they have open access to woods, particularly in the fall, this time of the year, as the acorns start to fall, as the hardwoods mast. They'll eat acorns, hickory nuts, all kinds of nuts from trees, and their food intake can drop significantly, especially if they have as few pigs on this open of an area. We have probably half an acre. It's probably actually a little bit more since it's on a hill, but half an acre to an acre with these 3 pigs now. There were 4. with that much space and hardwoods, they can forage a lot of their food, their own, from their own natural sources in the fall when the acorns are falling. But they can get as much or as little of the GMO-free feed as they want, and they just live happy and healthy lives. This shot will show you a little bit about what they do. We'll show you a better area in a minute. But you can see where the pigs have been kind of rooting around here. They've been on this old pine log that's fallen years ago. They've been rooting around and breaking it up, looking for grubs and stuff. Oh, and here the pigs come now. But they do help break up some of the stuff. These pigs are pushing 300 pounds and are getting ready for the processor now. We'll take them in a couple weeks. And they have spent their the last 8 to 9 months of their lives either in pasture or in wood lots on our farm, both helping clean up and rejuvenate the soil, but also enjoying themselves immensely. So we're still in the pig paddock, and you can see where they've taken apart this old pine log. They've been chewing on it. There's still a lot of what we call heartwood, or what I grew up calling lighter knot, or old heartwood in this pine that's still pretty tough. But they've gone through and chewed on it, rubbed on it, rooted on it, and gnawed on it, breaking apart the decayed areas, looking for grubs. And you can see on the ground here, when they're done, it just mulches everything up and helps break apart the dead and decaying logs much sooner rather than later. This log here, you can see here's still the heartwood of this log right here, and the parts that they have not chewed up yet are over here that they can still break apart and gnaw on. So when the pigs have enough time and desire, they'll come through here and keep gnawing and breaking down these logs even further. If you look over here, just on the other side of this pig, you can see the size of the logs that they were breaking down and working on. You can see that bit of chewing and gnawing helps break down the logs. You can see what she's starting to do a little bit there. That's what happy pigs look like. They root, they break apart trees, and then they find a nice cool spot to lie down in and to take a little nap. Then they get up and they do it again. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you got a little bit of an idea of part of what we do here on Dowdle Family Farms, how we do it, and hopefully why we do it as well. Thank you. Have a great day.